Here comes Los Angeles. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Rivers now. And this is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing Rivers. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check. Pick me up. Here we go. 43.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 37 yards. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. First down, Murray steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Murray with a third and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hakeem Butler, 74 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And that'll give them a two-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Rivers buying time to his left. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. Past the 20. 10, and they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. I got one.
Final play of the half, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, dude. Hey, here we go. I'm scared.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got you to pin their ears back and get after them now.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, 73 yards. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all. Let's make these...
Murray now on 1st down, rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Dancing to his left. He gets it left side to Johnson. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have to find routes to run now to get into his sight.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
79. Hey, Alpha. Hey, Redcliffe.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. Get the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in Pat.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Badgley on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Murray trying again after the pick six. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Here we go on 4th down with Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Steps away. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fitzgerald. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Here's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Double dog. That's the way.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He was brought down by Patrick Peterson. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 33.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
High 7.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he slips.